Starting something new scares you because you're worried about how it will end. We've all experienced the pain of endings, relationships that crumbled, dreams that didn't pan out, projects that failed. Life teaches you that everything ends. Every story has a last page, every movie has credits, every life has a final breath. Endings are inevitable. It's part of life's cycle. Perhaps it's time to reframe how you view beginnings and endings. Consider embracing the entire journey, not just the parts that feel safe. Every ending carries within it the seeds of a new start. Don't let the fear of the final chapter stop you from writing your story. It has been said, time heals all wounds. I do not agree. The wounds remain. In time, the mind, protecting its sanity, covers them with scar tissue and the pain lessens, but it is never gone. The oldest parentified daughter believes her role is to fix everything and everyone around her. She keeps her depression a secret and fantasizes about meeting the one person who will finally see her for who she really is, not how she can perform for them. The parentified daughter listened to marital problems, walked on eggshells and did her best to manage everyone else's anxiety. No one noticed her own anxiety. She spent most of her time in her room fantasizing about the perfect families on TV. The parentified daughter had to be the responsible and strong one because no one else was. She wants someone to lift her load, to care about what she feels, and to be a shoulder for her to cry on instead of keeping it together. The parentified daughter feels exhausted and burnt out, yet she habitually conceals these emotions. As time passes, she internalizes the belief that her own feelings and needs are insignificant. She finds herself in a state of confusion, having never experienced genuine attunement from others. You lose nothing by admitting you were wrong. We will do anything to protect our ego. The thing is, nobody expects you to be perfect. What they do expect, what they value, is authenticity and honesty. There's something powerfully disarming about someone who can look you in the eye and say, "I was wrong and I'm sorry." It shows emotional intelligence. Most importantly, it shows respect, both for yourself and for others. When you admit your mistakes, you are demonstrating that you value truth over pride, connection over ego, growth over appearance. The very thing we think will diminish us, admitting we're wrong, actually elevates us in others' eyes. Being right isn't nearly as important as being real. According to psychology, your mind is always searching for proof of what you believe. If you tell yourself that things are always going wrong, your brain will focus on every setback, every small inconvenience, and use them as evidence to confirm that narrative. It's not that life is objectively worse. It's that your brain is doing its job, seeking to reinforce the story you've been chosen to tell. But there's the key. It works the other way too. If you start asking yourself, how can things get better? Or what good is happening in my life? Your brain will begin to look for those answers. It will seek out the small victories, the moments of growth, and the opportunities for change, gradually shifting your perception toward hope and possibility. This is confirmation bias at work. But it doesn't have to be negative. Your mind is simply doing what it's wired to do. Find evidence that supports the reality you believe in. So, be mindful of the story you're writing. The narrative you create shapes the lens through which you see your life. Be intentional about how you frame your experiences, because what you tell yourself today will be the world you see tomorrow. You will overcome this challenge just like you've overcome everything else life has thrown at you. You were terrified of driving, but now you're confidently behind the wheel. The stress of bills piling up kept you awake at night, yet somehow you always found a way. You started that job feeling completely overwhelmed. but mastered it. You moved to a new city knowing no one, but built a life there. You tackled living alone for the first time, figuring out everything by yourself. You learned new skills that once seemed too complicated. You made it through sleepless nights and exhausting days. You went through that painful breakup thinking you'd never heal, but you did. Each time you thought, I can't do this, you did. You found a way, you learned, you grew stronger. You've proven time and time again that you're capable of amazing things, especially when they seem impossible at first. You've got this, not because it's easy, but because you've built a lifetime of evidence that you can handle hard things. The black sheep of the family has felt alone or misunderstood their entire lives. They can also see dysfunction most clearly and want to heal from the past. They're curious, sensitive and willing to self-reflect, which makes them stand out from the other family members. The black sheep becomes the scapegoat of the family. Family members project their unwanted traits or the issues of the family onto black sheep. This allows them to blame the toxic dynamics on one person and avoid looking at the true, deeper issues within themselves. Sometimes the black sheep plays a peacemaker role. They're expected to step in and fix family issues, even if those issues don't directly involve them. Some black sheep know from a young age that the adults in their homes cannot be trusted and begin taking care of themselves. Many black sheep are deep feelers who are curious and open. This is a stark contrast to other family members who are emotionally shut down, rigid, black and white thinkers. As the years go on, the black sheep feels the deep rage, regret and disappointment within the family unit. They live within the chaos until they go out onto their own. The black sheep tend to be extremely interesting, engaged, creative people who have been stifled as children. Their humor, independence and sensitive nature can allow them to thrive as adults. Setting boundaries doesn't cost you real connections. It shows you which ones aren't real. People will say you're pushing away friends, missing opportunities and damaging relationships. But this couldn't be further from the truth. Real friends don't vanish when you voice your needs. True opportunities don't dissolve when you protect your peace. Genuine relationships don't crumble when you express your limits. Instead, you lose the people who were never truly there for you. The manipulators who twisted your reality. The narcissists who fed off your kindness. The controllers who resented your independence. The emotional vampires who drained your energy. Healthy connections don't require you to shrink yourself. If setting boundaries makes someone disappear, they were never meant to stay in your story. The parentified son believes his role is to keep everyone around him happy. But inside he's drowning in doubt and wonders if he'll ever meet someone who appreciates him for who he is, not what he can do for them. The parentified son was the little man of the house when he was just a child. He felt the weight of his mother's stress and stopped showing any fear or sadness because she looked to him to comfort her. He still feels he's responsible for her life choices. The parentified son believes he can only be valued by working and providing. He's a workaholic to cope with his anxiety. He's burnt out and needs a break, but he also fears stillness and can't relax without feeling guilty. The parentified son became the version of himself